What's up, everybody? Nostalgia Strikes Back here. Let's get into the second mission here, a Star Wars Jedi Knight, Jedi Academy. So we've been placed under the tutelage of Kyle Katarn, one of the Jedi Masters here at the Academy. He is actually the protagonist of the other Jedi Knight games. So Dark Forces 2, you've got Jedi Knight 2, Jedi Outcast. He also appears in the Mysteries of the Sith Jedi Knight game as well, but in that one you play as him and also Mara Jade. So we're going to get into this second level. He's just going to take us through some training, and then we're going to get to the next part of the game. So let's see what he's got for us.
This is one of the many training grounds here at the Academy. I'm going to put you two in separate courses. When you're ready, Jaden, go through that door. Rosh, follow me.
I love just like the idea of being in Luke's Academy on Yavin IV. Like this, as a kid and as someone first getting into Star Wars, this was just so immersive.
This course will familiarize you with your core Force abilities. These are powers that every Force user has. As you progress in your training, you will learn new abilities. Both the light and dark sides will be open to you. Remember, abilities are not inherently good or evil. It's how you use them. Every Jedi is naturally stronger in different areas of the Force, and it will be up to you to decide what to focus on. All right, let's get started. In the
a little
next
foreshadowing
area,
into how we're going to get to pick
remotes. These will help you learn how
pick
to
our
handle
Force
the
powers
lightsaber.
later.
Ready?
Ready?
And Kyle's
Ready.
one who struggled with the dark side before. Alright, now time to take on some training remotes.
Here
Just
come
like
the
Luke in A
remotes.
New Hope.
Done!
Nice work, Rosh. You did well too, Jaden. Your lightsaber is an invaluable tool. Even when inactive, it can defuse a potentially volatile situation. Trust me on that. As you train, you'll learn additional fighting styles. Changing styles during combat can surprise your opponent, allowing you to gain the upper hand. From here on out, we'll talk via comlink in each area. Let's move on. Okay, Jade. You need to use the Force to jump across the bridge. It shouldn't be a problem. If you fall, jump back up to the bridge and try again.
So here we just got a force jump. Pretty easy.
You'll have to use push to get out of here and into the next area.
Hey, Jaden, this should keep you busy till I finish the course.
Now we gotta take on a training droid. Now here's a special move that you have. Takes up a certain amount of force powers. That roll stab is always the move.
What took you so long, Jaden?
Nothing.
You're sure?
It was nothing.
To get to the next area, you must pull a lever somewhere in the room. But you can't reach the lever with your hands. Remember to examine your environment carefully. When you're out on a mission, if you find a locked door, look for the guy in charge. He usually has a key.
Alright, so we just have to use force pull.
Solutions to problems aren't always obvious. Use your Force sense to see if you can find a way out of the room.
So, because I'm playing on Jedi Knight difficulty, it doesn't give me hints or tutorials on how to use the force moves, so I know how to, or I already know what key bindings I have, but in the other easier levels they tell you what you need to press to do this. So one of our force powers here is Force Sense. So if we turn on Force Sense, whoa, shows us something's right there. And if I force pull, those come out. Now I can get out of the room. The Force Sense stuff doesn't really show up all that much in the game, but it shows up enough. Take a moment to look at the environment. Though that leads to nothing, which is kind of cool.
You're almost done. You'll need to move fast in this next area. You can use the Force to speed up, both physically and mentally, allowing you more time to make decisions.
So I'm going to use Force Speed.
So, did I win?
It wasn't a competition.
I'm sorry,
I'm not the one you should be apologizing to.
It's no big deal. You said yourself this wasn't a competition.
Hey, it was just a joke. I didn't think it would...
If that droid was set to Luke's training regimen, it would have killed Jaden. What were you thinking?
Jaden, I'm so sorry. I can't believe I mean, I wasn't trying to...
Save it, Rosh.
Jaden, you have a right to be angry. But believe me when I say you don't want to feed that emotion.
I understand, Master Katarn.
Very bickery
Apology accepted,
teenager-esque.
Rosh.
Good, that's settled. And remember, it's Kyle?
Yes, Kyle.
Sure thing, Kyle.
Okay. You're both ready to start putting what you've learned to use. Let's see how you do in the real world.
Kyle, I did some research on that strange mark from the clothing we found at the temple. It is the symbol of Marka Ragnos, a Sith Lord that died almost 5,000 years ago.
5,000 years? Are you serious? Oh, wait. Of course you're serious.
While you're out training your students, be on the lookout for information regarding a group affiliated with Ragnos.
Sure thing, Luke.
We receive countless requests for assistance from all over the galaxy. Since we believe in learning by doing at the Academy, students of all levels help with these requests. Since you're an initiate, however, Kyle will travel with you on most of your missions in order to instruct you and ensure your safety.
Alright, so this is where we get to the point where we get to decide on our missions. So there are kind of 3 acts to this game, and you complete a set of 5 missions between each act. And once you complete the missions, you move on to the next, the storyline progresses more. So we've got a couple choices here. You got Tatooine, Bakura, Blengeel, and Corellia. So the next video, we're going to be going through and taking a look at these. I usually like to start with Blengeel first. I'll explain why in the next video. So, till next time, take care.